What is with Maine and these roads? Howdy folks, this is the Whimsical Rambler reporting to you from beautiful Presque Isle up in Maine, and I wanted to do a little side ramble. I spent the night at Aroostook National Park, which is absolutely gorgeous, and a quarter-mile up from the park is this wonderful little celebration commemorative park. So what's this all about? Well, back in August 17th, 1978, 3 pilots, Ben Abruzio, Maxie Anderson, and Larry Newman, were the first ever to complete a transatlantic hot air balloon from Presque Isle, Maine, all the way to Paris, France. Well, just a little outside of Paris, France, called Misery. The reason they wanted to do this was because they wanted to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Charles Lindbergh flying across the Atlantic Ocean in the spirit of St. Louis. Cool thing. So they did it. This was their second attempt. They had another attempt back in 1977, but that kind of went off course badly. They got blown to Iceland, so they aborted their exercise there. But in 1978, they were the first ones. They were the 14th attempt, with the first attempt going as far back as 1873. The gondola that they were in, by the way, there's just a model of what it looked like. The actual gondola is in the Smithsonian, and it was tiny. It was an insulated little thing, and it was, I guess, like 6 feet by 8 feet or something like that. 3 grown men squished inside. Could not have been comfortable. But they did it. The total time it took them to fly, hover, float. We're going to go with float. Float over to Paris was 137 hours and 6 minutes. They tried to land at Le Bouquet, I'm probably mispronouncing it, Le Broc, which was the same airfield that Charles Lindbergh had landed in. The authorities even cleared the space for them and told them that they closed it down just for them. But unfortunately, they realized the only way for them to land was to drop ballast over the suburbs of Paris, and they couldn't guarantee everybody's safety. So instead, they told the authorities, nope, we're just going to go to a field. And they found a field on the outskirts, a little barley field, and landed there. They did, however, have a huge celebration. The French government put them up in the same hotel that Charles Lindbergh had done, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, they were the first in like 100+ years to actually make it across the Atlantic. So yeah, little local color in history. Anywho, I'll be posting more later. Bye.
Everybody lives on a street, in a city or a village or a town for what it's worth. And they're all inside a country which is part of a continent that sits upon a planet known as Earth. And the Earth is a ball full of oceans and some mountains which is out there spinning silently in space. And living on that Earth are the plants and the animals and also the entire human race. It's a great big universe and we're all really puny. We're just tiny little specks about the size of Mickey Rooney. It's big and black and inky and we are small and dinky. It's a big universe and we're not. And we're part of a vast interplanetary system stretching 700 billion miles long. With 9 planets and a sun, we think the Earth's the only one that has life on it, although we could be wrong. Across the interstellar voids are a billion asteroids, including meteors and Halley's Comet too. And there's over 50 moons floating out there like balloons in a panoramic trillion-mile view. And still it's all a speck amid 100 billion stars in a galaxy we call the Milky Way. It's 60,000 trillion miles from one end to the other, and still that's just a fraction of the way. 'Cause there's 100 billion galaxies that stretch across the sky, filled with constellations, planets, moons, and stars. And still the universe extends to a place that never ends, which is maybe just inside a little jar. It's a great big universe, and we're all really puny. We're just tiny little specks about the size of Mickey Rooney, though we don't know how we got here. Really important part here, it's a big universe.